What's up, residents? Godzilla, King of the Monsters, has awoken more than just the Godzilla fanbase, including 3 iconic Toho monsters including Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Recently we covered King Ghidorah, and you can find that video on our channel, but today we are going to be focusing on the beautiful Mothra. Don't forget to check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages, residents, which you can find links to them down below in the description. So here is the question: how big is Mothra? Let's get to it! While Godzilla is known as the King of the Monsters, Mothra is often referred to as the Queen of the Monsters, establishing the connection between these two ancient and godlike beings even more as the true protectors of Earth. In some of the cave paintings and other ancient human representations of Mothra in the Monsterverse lore, it shows humanity worshipping Mothra as a deity of sorts. Just like in our real world, with how the ancients all over the world had some form of art showing their gods that came from the skies. Aliens! This viewpoint of the Big Moth Lady helped build a temple in a remote area of China that was centered around the resting cocoon of Mothra, naming this place the Temple of the Moth. Not very original, but hey, let's give the ancients some slack here. In the recent trailer for King of the Monsters, we've seen Mothra in both her larva and imago stages, imago meaning her full-grown moth stage. Once she reaches her moth stage, the creature is depicted as being nearly fully white in appearance, outside of the glowing design spread all out over her body and wings. Amongst all the paintings of Mothra, there's never really been a consistent look of her physical features. So what can this mean? Well, my guess is that every time Mothra enters her cocoon and then goes through her development process, that she becomes a new version of herself each and every time. In past Godzilla films, Mothra has been killed off and then she comes back in a new form. It seems to happen almost every time that the series gets rebooted. So this is quite likely a possibility. The other possibility is that each Mothra that spawns is a completely new being. A passing of the torch sort of ideology. While both of these theories seem respectable, none of us will really know how the Monsterverse version of Mothra is gonna end up until we end up watching the movie. One thing, however, we do know, and that's how big Mothra is going to be in this American version of the Monsterverse. Her height isn't going to super impress any of you, coming in at 52 feet or 16 meters tall. About the same height as everyone's favorite long-necked dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus. But don't let her mild height fool you. Where this monster's true impressive size comes from is in her wingspan. A massive 803 feet or 245 meters wide from the tip of one wing to the tip of the other. To put that into perspective, this is over twice the height of Monsterverse Godzilla, or around 2/3 the size of a building that is famous for being in another classic monster movie, the Empire State Building, in which King Kong had his classic death scene on, fighting off all the human planes. If Mothra was to fly over you, her majestic wings would block out the sun, and for that brief moment, everything would go dark. Mothra is a fan favorite monster in the Godzilla series. Her beauty and overall positive vibes seem to just click with a ton of people, specifically female fans of the Godzilla series. Speaking of them, any ladies watching this, make sure and tell us which monster you like the most and which one you're most excited to see. We still have Rodan to cover, residents, so stay tuned to DangerVille for more monster coverage. If you feel like we've earned it, guys, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell thing, and share with some of your peeps. We gotta get all the monster fans in on this epic adventure. So on that note, this has been Jacob, and long live the king!